Hey guys, it's Lemming Rush, and today we're going to be watching a replay of me in the 62A. This is actually the game where I 3-marked this tank, so yeah, I hope you enjoy. So, we're on the map Arctic region. What I like to do on this map is I like to take my 62 down south, so sort of H8-ish. You'll see where we get there. The goal is to basically farm heavies as they cross into the corners, so that's what we're going to go do. I'm just going to ×2 this. Well, actually, you'll notice that I have a lot of heat in this game, and that's because I noticed I was at, 94.5%, so I said, screw it, I have the credits, I'll load some extra heat. Normally, I'd suggest running with like 15 heat, simply because heat is such a unreliable shell that generally it's better to be shooting APCR. Unless you're shooting at something like an E100's turret or like a 215B, but in most cases, when you're shooting at the tracks and the side of tanks, APCR should be the shell of choice. So we're just going to shoot at the M48 patent, and as you can see, that didn't go through somehow, when APCR definitely would have. We're going to shoot his lower plate here, and we're just going to start sort of farming this M48 patent who's YOLO. So he's there. We are going to shoot him in the side of the turret because that's the best shot that we have. And you'll notice I'm always moving around. So when you take an aggressive position like this, you really have to watch out for artillery. You'll notice in like a second you'll hear an arty shell go off, and he'll be basically trying to kill me all game. So yeah, there we go. Right now I'm looking for a shot on the E100, but the E3 starts YOLOing, so I'm going to put a shot into him instead. We track him. And to be honest, because of my shell choice, that was really lucky for it to pen. So I shot his track with heat, and I got very lucky that it penned that. APCR would have been the better shell to use there, but now we're shooting at German heavies, so we're going to try to get a shot onto them, but, the Yags, that's too thin of a shot, it's too safe, so we're just going to cross. The Yag shoots, and we take a hit from the IS-3 here. And you'll notice I am constantly moving. That's because I expect Arty to really continue shooting at me, and there we go again. Arty shoots, and we're going to start shooting. We're looking for this Yag, so I'm shooting his cheeks right there. Unfortunately, because of his angle, like, even then it's still very difficult to pen. So notice the 100's looking at us. We're going to put a shot into him. There we go. That goes in. And he's looking away, so we should be able to put another shot into the side of his turret. Perfect. And then, I believe we're going to finish him off. There we go, we finish off the E100. Now we're going to start putting shots into the IS-3. Arty shoots again, we're going to finish off the IS-3. That's our 4th kill. Time to work over this 215B. So, I personally have trouble penning these guys. It's sort of hard to pen. That was an unlucky bounce, to be honest. Sometimes you get unlucky, it's better just to continue shooting. His turret was angled, so it didn't go in. We're just going to make sure this one pens. So there we go, that goes in. And the 54 finishes them off. So I expect an arty shell to be incoming, so I get away from that 54, and there you go, there's the arty shell. Oh god. It's sort of like, you get a 7th sense. You start to learn, like, to time arty's reloads, and you know when it's sort of gonna happen, so, I knew the shell was probably gonna come, so I prepared for it, and probably saved my life, to be honest. He might have actually one-shot me there, so yeah, right now it's just sort of a matter, we've basically won this game. It's 8-1, so they're not going to win it unless they get 14 Ammo-X or something, so we're just going to push up, sort of throwing our hit points away at this point in time. So I like to think of it like you're spending your HP here. I have a lot of HP, and I can use it to get more damage, so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to YOLO in. I want to get damage before my teammates do it, so we're going to try to kill this 1390 if I can actually hit him. And then, I was planning on originally going after the 704, but he died, so I made a quick decision and I go up here. That's where they have the most hit points, so that's where I'll be able to get the most damage. Just driving around. Want to be as quick as possible so teammates don't get the damage. We're up to 5 kills right now, so I'm just going to pop up here. And you'll notice I'm putting myself into a crossfire. I'm okay with that. If I lose hit points doing this, I don't mind, as long as I get more damage. But it's really nice of that Waffle Panzer IV to not even be looking at me, so it's nice. Put 2 shots into the Centurion. Centurion dies, so now we're just going to YOLO the Waffle. Put a shot into him. And we're just going to basically farm him. Hopefully we can get our top gun. So you try to get some ram damage in. That was actually an Arty's AP shell. A teammate's Arty AP shell, so yeah. I'm going to try to get the snapshot on that M40, but it doesn't go in, and that's basically the game. So hopefully what this replay showcased was, even though it was a Raffle Stomp, I played front lines, and even though Artie like focused me down really hard, I was able to farm a whole lot of damage. So let's actually go take a look at that. Let's go look at the end plates. Alrighty, so as you can see, that was 3 Marks of Excellence, Mastery Badge, and High Caliber. I don't really know what those ones are. We ended up doing 5,333 damage, 5 kills, and 1249 base XP. So typically this is the type, well, when you're going for Mastery Badge on a tank, the 62A is about 1,250. I would say if I got 1 or 2 XP less, this wouldn't have been a Mastery Badge. So pretty lucky to get it a Mastery, to be honest. And that's the game. Hopefully you guys can see how being aggressive is all generally a positive thing. If I had been chai sniping, you know, people think chai sniping is the way to get damage. If I had been chai sniping this game, I would have done like nearly nothing. The rest of my team would have gotten the damage. So hopefully this showcases that being aggressive helps you farm wins and win 8. And yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, if you want to see more, be sure to like and the subscribe button, and I hope to see you around. Later, guys. Bye-bye.